Hello students, here we are going to learn about the fructose. Fructose, which is an isomer of a glucose. The molecular formula of the fructose is same, C6H12O6. Molecular formula of the glucose and fructose is same. Fructose is the isomer of the glucose. Let us draw the structure. Here also there are 6 carbon, 12 hydrogens and 6 oxygens. So let us draw the structure. Here in the glucose, what I used to say that you have to write the CH2OH over here and the CHO on the top. The fructose is a bit different. Here it is both side it is CH2OH. Okay. In between you will draw 3 bonds like this. You are drawing, or best way, in the case of glucose, you are writing that to be, one thing to be, here CH2OH, then you are drawing 4 bonds. But here you are not going to do that way. You are going to write the ketone over here. A double bonded ketone means a carbon and double bonded oxygen. Instead of carbon, OH and hydrogen, you are writing this. Then you draw a 3 bonds. The rest structure, like here it was a OH, in the case of glucose, here it is OH and here it is H. OH, H and H. This is what the glucose is. And I will write this to be a D, or I can write D structure name. Yeah. Write D minus fructose or fructose. This is the structure. This is a, what we say, a Fischer projection of the fructose. The thing is very simple. Both the sides, both the ends, you have to write the CH2OH, CH2OH group. Then there is a ketone group. And then the rest part is this, the below part. If you compare, this part is same like that of the glucose. Means 3, 4, 5 and 6. If I want to write the structure of the glucose, it is this way, no? CHO, then CH2OH, it is this way, right? OH, OH, H, OH. Is it not? It is this way. So this part is same. The only change at the top part, this is the glucose. So this is how we can differentiate. This is how we can compare both the structures and remember. So this is about the D-glucose. Now you can make a diagram of the L-glucose, how the L-glucose is going to look. Okay, this minus sign or positive sign, you don't have to worry about that. That is something which is experimental. That is something which is experimental. So here, how you will write the L form, capital L form of the glucose. You can pause the video for some time and you can try by yourself. Okay, so I'll explain you how the L form will look like. L form will look like this way. The rest part, D and L form means what? Change in a configuration at a carbon 5, right? So here this is CH2OH. The OH is on the, like this is my carbon 1, this is carbon 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, right? So this is my carbon 1, this is carbon 2, 3, 4, 5. There will be change in configuration at the carbon 5. Means if I want to write it in the L form, then OH is on the right side. In the D form, L form, the OH is on the left side. Right? Then this is OH and this is H. This is H and this is OH. This is the L form of the glucose. L minus glucose. Now the other name for the fructose is ketohexose. Ketohexose. Why? Because here there is a keto group. You can see that carbon and double bonded oxygen and this is the R group, and this is the another R group. So it is a keto group. In the case of glucose, it was a aldehyde. That's why we used to call that to be aldohexose, and here I am calling this to be a ketohexose. This is about the D and L form in the form of a Fischer projection. Now let us understand the cyclic structure for this, how the cyclic structure of the fructose is going to look. So I will take the example of the D-glucose, and for the D-glucose we are going to write a cyclic structure. Again, like the case in the we were getting, like for the glucose we were getting a alpha D-glucose and beta D-glucose. Here also we are going to get a alpha D fructose and beta D fructose. So let us write about the alpha D glucose and the beta D glucose. First I will write the reaction between OH and the keto group over here. So first structure, okay, this part will remain intact, carbon 3, 4, 5 is and 6. So I will write that way over here, means this is my carbon 3, this is 4, this is 5, okay, and this is CH2OH, right? And this is my carbon 2, because carbon 1 is this CH2OH. Means over here the attack of this is going to take on this carbon, like the case in the aldehyde. This was a H, no, this H was the part, and this O was changing to the alcohol. That way you can remember, here we are going to get, instead of H, one side I will write CH2OH, right, CH2OH, or it could be written in this way also, CH2OH, and this O will change to OH, right, and this is the attack which you are showing, means the rest part is same, like this is my carbon 1, carbon 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. It is always safe to number the carbon and then try to draw the structures, right? So this is the thing, and carbon 3 it is same, hydrogen is remaining over here. Carbon 4 this is also same, and carbon 5 is being attacked on this carbonyl group. This is a hydrogen, this is hydrogen, and this is OH. I am writing the alpha and beta form of the D fructose. Okay, so this is what the alpha. Why OH? Like we always take the reference of the OH. In the case of glucose also, we took the OH. When OH is on the right, on the carbon 1, there it was a carbon 1. Here it is a carbon 2. Right? So here the OH is on the right. So this is my alpha D, because OH was on the right, alpha D fructose. Since this is a planar structure, we are also going to get equilibrium, a same percentage of the beta D glucose. How it will look? The structure will be same. Structure will be same. Structure will be same. Here whole structure I am writing same. Right? Then the change is at this carbon. The carbon number 2, right? This is carbon number 2, 3, 4, 5 and this is 6. Right? The OH is going to come in the left side, and this is the CH2OH. This is the beta form of the D fructose. fructose. So these are the things. These are the two structures which we are going to get in a same percentage, because this keto is a planar structure. The attack could take place 50% from the top as well as in equal proportion from the bottom. So this is about the cyclic structure. Now, what about writing the structures in a Haworth projection? Like in the glucose, it is called as a pyranose structure. Maybe I did not mention in the lecture why it is called as a pyranose structure. Like we know this is what the pyran is, right? Okay, this is called as a pyran, and for glucose it was called as a pyranose structure. Which structure? The one which we draw like this. Okay, this structure which was drawn, the Haworth projection for the glucose, it is called as pyranose structure. Okay, now there is one more. This is also called as a furanose structure. In the case of the fructose, it is called as a furanous structure. Now, let us learn about the Haworth projection for a fructose. So, I'll consider, so Haworth projection we have to draw from this structure. So, I'll clean this structure. So, what we are learning is Haworth projection. Haworth projection. For fructose, it is furanose. Okay, we call this to be a furanose. Now, how the furan looks? Furan looks of this sort. This is what the furan is. Okay, so this is called as furanose structure. Now, you decide how many membered ring you are going to get. Since it is a furanose structure, we are going to get a 5-membered ring. Right? So, if you just count the number of the bonds, like from carbon to this, 1 bond, third, fourth, 1, 2, 3, fourth and fifth, means we are going to get a 5-membered ring. Means if I want to write the structure in this form, means I am writing first for the alpha glucose. So alpha glucose, I will write. What is the drill? What is the trick? Divide this molecule into 2 halves. Whatever is on the right side, write it at the bottom, and whatever is on the left side, write it on the top. Means I will draw it in this manner. This is what the derivative, a derived, what we can say, structure is like furan. Just try to identify what are the carbon 1, carbon 2, carbon 3. Okay, I'll start from here. This is my carbon 1, carbon 2, carbon 3, carbon 4. Right? Where will be a carbon 5? Carbon 5 will be on the top here. CH2OH. This is my carbon 5. This is my carbon 5. Now alpha. When it comes to the alpha form of any glucose, there is a change in configuration at a carbon 1. Right? The difference between these alpha and beta, both are D form, is because OH is here in the right side and here OH is on the left side. So whatever is there in the right side will be at the bottom, means OH is here and this is my hydrogen. Sorry, in this case, 1 minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry, this is not my 1. This is not my 1. 1 will be this. This is 1, right? Then this is 2. this is 3, 4, 5, and this is 6. It is 6 carbon system, no? So on carbon 2, there is a change in configuration in a carbon 2. In the case of glucose, there is a change in configuration at a carbon 1. Here it is carbon 2. So OH is at the bottom, means in the right side. Whatever is there on the right side, it will be on the bottom. So here on carbon 2, this is carbon 3. Here H will come, here it is OH. On carbon 4, OH will come over here and hydrogen will come on the top. On carbon 5, what it will be? It is CH2OH. Don't consider this to be a right side. It is on the top and this is the hydrogen. Because of this ring, we have to write this convention. This is the Furano's structure or the Haworth projection of the fructose, and this is alpha D fructose. Now what about beta? Okay, beta structure for this. Beta structure for this will be, I will just clean this alpha structure. Beta means change in configuration only at one carbon, means this is 2, this is 3, 4, 5. Means on the second carbon, OH is on the left, something which is left will be like this is at the bottom when something is on the right. And this is top. So OH over here will be on the top and CH2OH will be down. Third carbon, same, no? Rest of the things is going to same. Hydrogen, OH, then OH, hydrogen. And on the fifth carbon, it is what? It is same. Again, it is same. CH2, OH and hydrogen. This is the beta form of D fructose. So this is the thing about the glucose and fructose. Here in these lectures, we have understood a very important part of this lecture, how to write the structures of the alpha form and the all the structures of the glucose and the fructose. Now this is for the D structure. Now for the L structure, alpha will be something where OH is on the top and CH2OH is on the down, and for L form beta structure, CH2OH on the top, OH in the down. So that is the thing regarding the structures. So I'll end this class over here. See you in the next lecture. Thank you.